is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. As we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your morning. With our hybrid all-in-one inverter, powering our prosperity and happiness. Sustainable future, breaking the shell. Start time solar. But also nurture what is dear to us, powering trust and support, empowering us to do things that really matters. Start Times Solar, power life.
It's a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, efficient rooms and suites with modern toilet facilities, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Road, PO Box 404358 034206855. Email adesuperhotels@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited. Hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
Good evening and welcome to Weekend Green, where we celebrate people, culture, and events on Nta Akure, the dynamic station. On our lineup tonight, our correspondent was on the streets of Akure to get reactions from the people on the declaration of the incumbent governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, as the winner of the November 16 governorship election. Also on our lineup is the annual harvest of the English congregation and men's harvest of St. Thomas Anglican Church, which was with its theme Harvest of Divine Mercy and Protection. Weekend Green was also at Ileoluji in Ileoluji Okegbo local government area of the state for the grand style celebration of the 2024 Lerin Festival. This and more after this short break. I am Abiola Ario. You're welcome back to our new segment. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared Lucky Aiyedatiwa of the All Progressives Congress, APC, winner of the governorship election in Ondo State. The declaration was made after Aiyedatiwa secured a total number of 366,781 votes to defeat other contestants. Toyin Batire reports.
The returning officer for the governorship election in Ondo State and Vice-Chancellor of Federal University of Lokoja, Professor Layemi Akinwumi, announced the final results after collating all the results from the 18 local government areas of the state. Professor Akinwumi said Lucky Ayedatiwa polled 366,781 votes to defeat the candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Agbola Ajayi, who scored 117,845 votes.
Ayedatiwa Lucky Orimisan of APC 366781. That Ayedatiwa Lucky Orimisan of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Representatives of political parties admit that the result represents the will of the people.
The people love him, and the people of this state is happy that he has returned as governor-elect. The party will come up with what to do at the appropriate time. I will report back to the party.
Reacting, the winner promised to run an all-inclusive government, while the PDP candidate was unavailable to react.
They have made a choice and given me a renewed mandate to continue as their governor beyond 2025.
With the final result, Lucky Ayedatiwa won in all the 18 local government areas of the state. In Akure, Toyin Batire, NTA.
Meanwhile, the incumbent governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa, who has just been re-elected for a tenure of 4 years, has pledged to run an all-inclusive government when sworn in come February 24, 2025. The governor, while fielding questions from journalists after the declaration, promised to work with best hands irrespective of political affiliations. Paul Omukago has details.
Amid jubilations and cheerful banter following INEC's declaration of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of the APC as the winner of the off-cycle governorship election, one can only imagine the thoughts running through his mind. Having toured all 18 local government areas during his electioneering campaign, where demands for better infrastructure, healthcare, education, and agriculture topped the list, the governor says is ready to deliver on his campaign promises.
Gratitude to the citizens of Ondo State who actually decided who should remain as governor or who should be their governor. For me, it shows that the people of Ondo State City, they value the work we have done in the last 10 months.
NTA sought reactions from APC stalwarts on the outcome of the election.
It's a product that is sellable, and we are lucky that we have succeeded in selling him to the members of the public.
The trust they have in him, they should turn it to support. With their support, the Honorable Lucky Ayedatiwa, that is the governor of the state, will perform.
I'm very sure that he will pick the best hands. Everywhere he can see very good hands, he will pick them so that the state can be able to run with very fantastic progress.
Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa was declared the winner after securing 366,781 votes, defeating his closest rival, who garnered 170,845 votes. In Akure, Paul Omukago, NTA News.
Still on the declaration, the atmosphere on the streets of Akure, the Ondo State capital, has been that of calm, with residents going about their usual activities following the declaration of the incumbent governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, as the winner of the November 16 governorship election in the state. Ifeoluwa Omoshule gives us situation reports.
People of Ondo State have decided and spoken loud through their ballots by electing Lucky Ayedatiwa of the All Progressives Congress (APC) to pilot the affairs of the state for the next 4 years. The calm and tranquility on the street of Akure was palpable as people went about their usual businesses. Some members of the public commended the electoral umpire for conducting a free and fair election, while they applauded security operatives for ensuring that there is no breakdown of law and order in the state.
It's a victory for democracy. We've been expecting it. Atmosphere, very, very peaceful. So, as in, I feel like this one is the best election so far in Ondo State.
The election has come and gone. The expectations of the people from the government are high, ranging from infrastructural development to the formulation of policies that will enhance growth in every sector of the economy.
I want you to continue for where you stop because the one he did for me, the little one he did, I appreciate.
The new government should try to provide infrastructures for the people, like road. We see that some areas that they are still lacking of road and any other thing, pipe on water, health facility, and others.
Security operatives were strategically positioned around the metropolis to prevent any unforeseen security breach. In Akure, Ifeoluwa Omoshile, NTA News.
TAF Africa has commended efforts of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, civil society partners, and all stakeholders who contributed to the peaceful conduct of the 2024 Ondo State governorship election. Helen Ndubisi was at a press briefing held in Akure, the state capital. The report.
South Africa noted that as an organization whose observation mission was guided by a singular goal of evaluating the case.
While commendable efforts such as occasional instances of priority voting were observed, they were overshadowed by widespread violation of persons with disability rights.
Earlier, the group had shared some key findings observed during their monitoring of the electoral process.
Blind voters have to rely on assisted voting, which compromises the secrecy and independence of their vote. A voter with disability was initially denied priority voting and later allowed after intervention. However, the magnifying glass required for her to vote independently was not provided. South Africa commends the polling officials who adhered to the policy of granting priority voting to voters with disabilities in many polling units. This practice is essential to reducing barriers faced by persons with disabilities in the voting process and should be consistently implemented.
Recommendations were made to address the systemic challenges observed during the election to strengthen inclusivity in future elections.
INEC must ensure the provision of great ballot guides, magnifying glasses, written instruction for EC, that is for EC30 EPWD, and other necessary tools in all polling units with registered voters with disability.
To security agencies, we urge them to address electoral violence and intimidation to create a safe environment for all voters, particularly vulnerable groups.
The group also urged all stakeholders to prioritize disability inclusion, not as an afterthought, but as a cornerstone of democratic integrity. In Akure, Helen Ndubisi, NTA News.
The Ondo State governorship election has concluded with the combined efforts of the society partners and all stakeholders who contributed to the peaceful conduct in the state. Faith Eke reports that the Center of Democracy and Development, who disclosed this, says it will continue to advocate for an electoral system accessible by all. The report.
The 2024 Ondo State governorship of Akure back to their respective homes. Federalism, socio-economic condition. The CCD commended the election stakeholders very active in the election, with 77% of observers noting that the polling unit had two political agents, which reference the strength of the frontrunners.
CCD commends voters in Ondo for the calm and peaceful manner in which they have conducted themselves all through this process so far. We urge all stakeholders in the electoral process to ensure adherence to the rule of law and due process as the election, collation, and declaration of results leads to a point of conclusion.
They also commended security agencies for being committed to the safety of life, property, and the nation as a whole. The team therefore seeks for more representation of party agents to enhance the integrity of future elections in the state. In Akure, Faith Eke, NTA News.
This is Weekend Grill, where we celebrate people, culture, and events. We shall be back after this break. Please stay with us.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise
our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in the country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
You're welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube at NTA Akure. And to our weekend grave stories, in a show of praise and gratitude to God Almighty, the men of St. Thomas Church, Akure, celebrated their yearly harvest in grand style with a Thanksgiving service at the church. Abdulkarim Ahmed, who was at the Thanksgiving service for Weekend Grill, reports that the Thanksgiving service was celebrated with the theme Harvest of Divine Mercy and Protection. To report.
The congregation of St. Thomas Church came together to celebrate this year's annual harvest with the men of the church as they elevated their voices in thanks and praise to God for his provisions for the whole year. The Thanksgiving service saw the choir lift their voices as the atmosphere was filled with joy and appreciation. Venerable Olu Akimboro in his sermon encouraged the people to give generously to receive the mercy and blessings of God.
That is what you need. Everywhere you go, everywhere you are, just continue to pray for the mercy of God.
The celebration reached the peak as different groups of men in the church gathered to celebrate the harvest as they were joined by the congregation to offer thanks to God. Thanks were given to God for the success of the previous harvest and in anticipation of the next harvest for those in diaspora.
still on the 2024 harvest of St. Thomas Church with the theme 2024 My Year of Divine Mercy and Protection. The English congregation of St. Thomas Church, Isikon, Akure came together to appreciate God for His goodness over their lives while asking for His continuous protection over them. Helen Indobisi, who covered for Weekend Query, reports that this year's harvest saw overwhelming participation of church members. We'll bring you details of this report in our subsequent bulletin. The development of any community largely depends on the participation and contributions of its people. On this premise, family, friends, and well-wishers, as well as chiefs, gathered at the palace of Jegun of Ileoluji to honor High Chief Johnson Fagbamiye, the Lisa of Ileoluji Kingdom, as it celebrates Lerin Festival, where it raised funds for the development of the ancient town. Kayode Olorundare was there for Weekend Grill.
Learning celebration in Ileoluji dates back to 1373 when the ancient town was founded. In our calendar year, Learning is celebrated 39 times, beginning in the first week of October to July, according to the Ileoluji traditional calendar. The host, traditional prime minister, who is next in rank to the monarch, High Chief Johnson Fagbamiye, the Lisa of Ileoluji, tasked his kinsmen to keep flying the flag of unity and development.
This is very unique in Ileoluji. Over the years, it has been a way of a meeting where they discuss about the progress and issues affecting the community, when regulations and rules and orders will be given. But of recent, we have introduced this fundraising. The sum totality of it is that at the end of the day, all donations made will be read. That is just one way that the community generates revenue.
The Jegun and paramount ruler of Ileoluji, His Royal Majesty Dr. Olufadeni Adetimehin, says the town is craving for development in all facets and urged the people of Ileoluji to strive more for the growth of the ancient town.
We often take this traditional parliamentary assembly, we often take the opportunity to share and discuss the highlights of the progress we are making in the community. In the simplest term, we take the opportunity to give our scorecard and let people know the progress we are making, our challenges, and the development fund raised and how we utilize towards the development of the community. That goes to show the extent of our transparency and accountability in our kingdom administration. And we take pride in it. I'm very happy.
Some of the chiefs gave an insight into what learning means to Ileoluji and its people.
This is the time we use to pay tribute to Kabiesi, like the olden days, where people will bring crops, bring yam, bring everything to the palace annually. So this one is in form of a tribute.
With the committee members, we are seeing the impact of the development.
We place much premium on learning in Ileoluji because the assembly of all Ileoluji citizens. It's not just for the chiefs and the Omobas and Otumbas. It's for the whole community. It holds every 9 days.
It's a means of passing information to the general populace. The developmental program in the community and other things that the community needs to know. We pass it around in this place.
Festivals in Ileoluji Kingdom start with learning and end with Lijebu, also called Oduoba, according to their traditional calendar.
And that's our package on the Weekend Grill this week. Join us same time next week for another edition. Till then, I am Abiola Ario. Good evening.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. As we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your morning with our hybrid all-in-one inverter.